the way that I have begun to understand resistance in terms of this class, over the readings and all the media reviews and everything that we've done, I've begun to understand resistance as meaning going against the norm of society and standing out and being bold. And a great example of this is from the seven deadly sins for women and girls. And it says, "Why must a woman be firmly within the accepted norms of her society in order to be considered worthy of whatever attention garners?" And I think this one really stands out for feminist groups around the world, especially considering that they often are perceived as just radical in some ways, which it's considered radical just because they're doing something that's different than what a lot of other people are doing. And so I believe that if the world would just view them as actually like just doing what they believe in, which is what they are, then everybody would see them as standing up for something that they believe in, which I think everybody could get behind. And then another quote that I believe signifies this is from "Blue is the Warmest Color." And it says, Clementine's mother says, "Gay pride, how much longer are they going to be doing this nonsense? Look at that, will you? It's a circus." And I also feel, just like with feminism, this can be perceived, especially in today's society, in a lot of different ways. And one of the big ways that I see it being perceived is the use of pronouns. I guess you could say there's resistance on both sides. Number one, there's resistance because there's people that just want to be accepted for who they are. And if they want to go by different pronouns, then they should be able to. And then on the other side of that, there's resistance from people who don't believe in that. And that's also one of the things that I've learned in this class is that just because you don't believe in what somebody else is doing doesn't mean that they're not right. And so that's one thing that I think society as a whole needs to get better at. And then for my third quote, it's from On Tyranny, and it said, "Churchill resisted and won." And that's a very simple quote, but I think especially today and especially with what's going on in Ukraine right now with their resistance to Russia and everything, it's just about being bold and standing up for what you believe in. And relating to justice, especially on this, it's just if you stand up for something, standing up for anything good. And I think the whole world can see when things are good and when things aren't good. And whenever you stand up for them, it shows that you're being bold and you don't care what anybody else thinks because you want the right thing to be done, no matter who likes it, who dislikes it. You're just standing up for those people that can't always. And I think that quote is great, and I think it'll continue to be a kind of monumental quote probably throughout the rest of history, and just showing that if you're standing up for the right things, it'll work out for you. Thank you.